और यहाँ आपको बराह रास्त ले चलते हैं इस्लामाबाद, जहाँ पर तर्जुमान दफ्तर ख़ारजा ताहिर हुसैन अंद्राबी की हफ्तावार ब्रीफिंग जारी है।
India has made consistent efforts to silence the genuine leadership of the Kashmiri people and muzzle the media. The number of Kashmiri political prisoners is ever increasing, in prison is ever increasing, and number of political activities have been outlawed by the authorities. The profiling and harassment of innocent Kashmiris, arbitrary detentions, and the so-called cordon and search operations have become a norm in the occupied territory. Thousands of Kashmiri leaders and members of the civil society in IIO J&K are imprisoned. Musarrat Alam, Shabir Ahmed Shah, Asiya Andrabi, Dr. Qasim Fakhtu, Advocate Abdul Qayyum, Fahmida Sufi, and many others have endured decades of incarceration. Yasin Malik stand convicted after a sham trial. Khurram Parvez and journalist Irfan Mehraj languish in jail on account of reprisals by the Indian occupation authorities. Indian illegal and unilateral actions of 5th August 2019 represent a blatant attempt to consolidate the illegal occupation through demographic engineering of IIO J&K. These matters are designated to systemically transform the Kashmiri people into a disenfranchised community in their own homeland, in clear violation of international law and principles of self-determination. Despite enduring decades of oppression and countless sacrifices, the Kashmiri people have remained resolute in their just struggle to achieve their right against Indian occupation. Pakistan will continue to extend its unwavering moral, political, and diplomatic support to the Kashmiri people in their just struggle for the right to self-determination. The second important development, ladies and gentlemen, during the visit was the Deputy Prime Minister visit to China and the 7th round of the strategic dialogue. The joint communique issued after this, you must have seen. This dialogue was held in Beijing on the 4th of January 2026. The joint communique is a comprehensive document summing up the discussions on an entire spectrum of Pakistan-China relations in wide-ranging areas, including strategic and political cooperation, as well as cooperation on defense and security, economy, trade, investment, cultural, people-to-people exchange, and international and regional issues of shared interest. The two sides reaffirmed their unyielding support to each other on issues concerning their core interest. Pakistan reaffirmed firm commitment to One China principle and reiterated that Taiwan is an inalienable part of China's territory. Pakistan firmly supports efforts of China to achieve national reunification and on issues concerning Xinjiang, Xizang, Hong Kong, and the South China Sea. China reiterated its steadfast support to Pakistan to safeguard its sovereignty, independence, territorial integrity. China commended the comprehensive measures taken by Pakistan to combat terrorism and fully recognizes the significant contribution and huge sacrifices that Pakistan has made in combating terrorism over many years. The two sides agreed to further align their development plans and priorities and build on the upgraded version 2.0 of the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, which is pioneer project of the Belt and Road Initiative. The two sides emphasized the importance of South Asian regional order underpinned by the United Nations Charter, the international law, and the basic norms governing international relations. They reiterated opposition to any unilateral actions and reaffirmed the significance of maintaining peace and stability in South Asia and necessity of resolving outstanding disputes through dialogue and consultations. The Pakistani side briefed the Chinese side on its position and latest developments of the situation in Jammu and Kashmir. China reiterated that Jammu and Kashmir dispute is a leftover from the history and should be properly and peacefully resolved in accordance with the UN Charter, relevant UN Security Council resolutions, and bilateral agreements. The two sides expressed readiness to conduct transboundary water resources cooperation under the principle of equality and mutual benefit, and emphasized that imperative of fulfilling international legal obligations. The significance of the maintenance of international and regional security and strategic stability was reiterated. The two sides expressed readiness to continue leveraging the China, Afghanistan, Pakistan trilateral foreign ministers dialogue and the China, Bangladesh, Pakistan cooperation mechanism to deliver new outcomes. The two sides agreed to keep in close consultations and communication on the Afghan issue. The two sides called on for more visible and verifiable actions to dismantle and eliminate all terrorist organizations based in Afghanistan, which continue to pose serious threats to regional peace and global security, and prevent terrorist organizations from using the Afghan territory for terrorism against any other country and to endanger any other third country. Ladies and gentlemen, this week the Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Senator Mohammad Ishaq Dar continued to have a number of telephone calls with his counterparts from other countries. On 6th January, he held a telephonic conversation with Foreign Minister of Myanmar, U Than Shaw, and reviewed current and level of bilateral relation. With the Foreign Minister of Indonesia, Mr. Sugiarno, the Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister reviewed the state of Pakistan-Indonesia relations, development in Somalia, and efforts for lasting peace in Gaza, and they agreed to maintain close contacts on these issues. Subsequently, with the Foreign Minister of Egypt, Badr Ahmad Mohammed Abdul Ateh, the DPM reviewed current regional situation and reaffirmed commitment to enhance bilateral cooperation in the areas of mutual interest and continue engagement on key regional issues. With Bangladesh Foreign Advisor, Mr. Tahir Hussain, the Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister reviewed bilateral relations as well as recent developments in Asia and the Middle East. With the Foreign Minister of Malaysia, Muhammad bin Haji Hassan, the Deputy Prime Minister, Foreign Minister reviewed the state of bilateral relations and exchanged views on recent regional developments, including the situation in the Middle East, where both sides underscored the importance of continued consultations and agreed to remain in close contact. With the Foreign Minister of Turkey, Hakan Fidan, the DPM discussed the evolving regional situation and enhanced bilateral.
ताहिर हुसैन इंदराबी की हफ्तावार न्यूज़ ब्रीफिंग जारी थी। उन्होंने कहा पाक चीन मुज़ाकरात के बाद मुश्तरका एलामिया जारी किया गया। पाकिस्तान मखबूसा कश्मीर के अवाम के सियासी, अखलाकी और सिफारती हिमायत जारी रखेगा। उनका ये भी कहना था कि गुज़िश्ता हफ्ते नायब वज़ीर आज़म ने चीन का दौरा भी किया था।